What's up guys, Sammy here, and today I've got an unboxing and review of the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B. So first up, taking a look at the box of the Raspberry Pi 3, as you can see we have the Raspberry Pi logo in the middle, and below that we can see that it features wireless and Bluetooth built in. Next up, turning the box over, we'll see that it reveals a few specs including 1GB of RAM, 802.11 wireless, and Bluetooth 4.1. Alright, so let's see what's inside the box. And as we can see, the Raspberry Pi 3 comes wrapped nicely in an anti-static bag, and you'll also find included in the box a quick start guide and a safety guide. So let's have a look at the board itself and talk a little bit about the nitty-gritty specs on the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B. So first up, as we can see, it features a few things including 4 USB 2.0 ports, an Ethernet 10/100 port, and a combined 3.5mm audio jack and composite video for playback, as well as a HDMI port. You'll also find on the back a micro SD slot, which rather than the Raspberry Pi 2's push-push slot, you'll find that it has a push-pull slot, which was a little disappointing. And last but not certainly least, you'll find those 40 GPIO pins for expansion of how you can use this with different products as well as programming. The board itself is powered by a 1.2 GHz 64-bit quad-core ARM8 CPU and Video Core 4 3D graphics processor. And the form factor of the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B, as you'll notice, has an identical footprint as the Raspberry Pi 2 and Raspberry Pi Model B Plus, which makes it accessible to other Gen 1 and Gen 2 first-party and third-party accessories. So you might be sitting here wondering why exactly you'd need something like a Raspberry Pi. Well, while it's being used in education for programming, it can also have many other uses in your day-to-day lifestyle. For example, setting up a Plex media player, running something like Rasplex to allow you to watch your media, assuming you already have a Plex server running. As it also uses a modified version of Linux, you can do anything from running a small game server for a couple of friends, or host a small website, and the possibilities stretch the imagination, and this is really great for those who just like to tinker around. A big plus of the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B is that it runs on at least 2.5 amps, which is great if you want to be on the road and maybe doing some different portable projects. The bigger picture here is just how big the community helps the growth of products like the Raspberry Pi and other boards on the market. So it's easy to see the reason why it's an easy recommendation to make to people who are looking for a small or large project. The Raspberry Pi 3 itself is really an exceptional product, which is great for both educational and recreational use. And while the board itself isn't too impressive specs wise, how you use the board though is completely up to you, and that's what makes it a cheap, easy purchase and recommendation. But that's going to wrap it up for this unboxing and review of the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B. A special thanks to Element 14 for sponsoring this video with a unit of the Raspberry Pi 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe for more future content. And yeah, hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!